This is a musical challenge that comes in little bite-sized chunks. Every time you visit my channel, you'll be learning something new about improvisation and how to add things to your piano playing to make it sound absolutely beautiful. At the end of today's video, you'll be playing a beautiful chord progression in A minor, but today we're going to be adding a beautiful note that is going to add color and beauty to your improv. I can't wait to show you how to do this. Let's come to the piano. So today we are going to be playing in the key of A minor. A minor takes place in the natural form between A and A, and it's all of the white notes, which is why I love this particular key, because we don't have to worry about any black notes, right? At least in theory. But today we're actually going to be adding one black note, and we're not going to freak out about it because it's only one. But the first thing that we're going to do is we're going to play the A minor scale. Now, if you know the proper scale fingering, you can absolutely do that like this, or you can just use one finger, and that's totally fine. So this is called the natural minor of A minor. And that means that it has the same key signature as the key of C major. They're relatives to each other. C major and A minor, all white notes. Today we're going to be making use with not just the natural form of the scale, but also the harmonic minor. And what that means is that we're going to take the seventh note of the scale. So let's start on A and let's count up to 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. That's a G, and we're going to raise it by a half step. So it's going to become this black note right here, this G sharp. And this G sharp is going to color our improvisation and just give it a little bit more flair. And I'm going to show you exactly how to use that. So when we play the A harmonic minor, we're going to skip the G and play the G sharp instead. So it'll sound like this. Here's our G sharp, and then coming back down. Now, if you've been with me, we've been learning a chord progression. I'm going to show you that exact same chord progression we've been doing in the last couple of videos. If you want to go back to the beginning and watch these videos from the beginning, you absolutely can, but this video stands alone as well. So you can just start here. So the first thing we're going to do is we're going to represent our chords in our chord progression with our left hand. And we're going to do that with an octave like this. We're going to start with our A to A. This represents the A root position chord, but we're just going to play A to A. And then we're going to put the E in the middle. Now this E comes from the fifth here. If we have our root position chord, this is our fifth, our E. So that's where that comes from. So let me show you the chord progression in our left hand. So we have our A with the E in the middle. And then we're going to go to an F with C in the middle. And then we're going down to C with G in the middle. And then we added a G chord next here with D in the middle. And then back to our A. So that's not going to change. We're going to continue doing that. But here is our rhythmic pattern that we're going to be doing in the left hand. I'm going to start on our A right here. And we're going to go 1 and 2, 3, 4. And then we do that again. 1 and 2, 3, 4. And then we switch to our next chord, which is our F. 1 and 2, 3, 4. 1 and 2, 3, switch to C, 1 and 2, 3, 4, 1 and 2, 3, 4, then back to G, 2, 3, 4, 1 and 2, 3, and then back to A. Now, once you understand what your left hand is doing, we're going to now talk about what our right hand is going to be doing for now. Now, I like to give exercises first so that we can practice these skills, and then after the exercises, we're going to make it musical and make this into a beautiful song. So for right now, we're going to keep our right hand in a 5-finger position, starting on A. So we're going to do A, B, C, D, and E. So just feel that in your right hand. But there's one extra thing, and that's using our G sharp. Now, our G sharp for right now is right here. And there's one thing I want you to know about the G sharp. This is our 7th note, and the 7th note of a scale, no matter what it is called the leading tone. The reason it's called the leading tone is because your ear automatically wants you to resolve that. It is leading to the tonic or the first note. So listen to this. If I were to play the A minor scale and stop on the G sharp, your ear is going to automatically fill in that A, and it's going to feel uncomfortable because you want me to resolve that to the A. Listen to this. And you hear that? We really want to go to the A like that. That's because it is leading to the A. So that is the concept that I want you to think. That anytime in our improvisation that we're going to use the G sharp, we're not just going to do it randomly. If you hit a G sharp, I want you to hit an A next because you're going to be resolving to the A. So here's what our right hand is going to do. You're going to go all the way up to your E. And then with your one finger, you're going to hit the G sharp. So you're going to slide in a little bit, hit the G sharp, and then we're going to resolve it to the A. So it's going to sound like this. And I just like to kind of fall off from my thumb or my number one finger. I'm falling or sliding from the G sharp to the A, like that. Now, here's the other rule of using a G sharp in this chord progression. We're going to only use the G sharp for two of our chords, and that is our first two chords that we do. We do an A, and then we do an F. But if we do it for the C and the G, it's not going to sound good. So the only time that we're going to do the G sharp is with the A and with the F. Okay, so think of that. A and the F go with the G sharp. Everything else is going to be the white notes. So when we put our hands together, this is the way that it's going to sound for the first two chords, going from our A to our F. All right, so it's going to sound like this. Then we switch. And then when we go to our C, remember, we're not going to use our G anymore, so we're just going to go up and down with our 5 fingers over here. So for the C, it'll sound like this. Then same for the G. Then back to our A with our G sharp in it. All right, so here's the whole entire thing with our G sharp. So wait a minute, let's just take a breath. I want to see how you're doing. If you're struggling, just remember that you can pause the video. You don't have to always go from beginning to end and keep increasing in difficulty. You can just take one of these concepts, push, pause, work on it for a little bit, and then continue on. I'm so thankful for those of you who have subscribed. It is an easy way to help me out in a free way so that you can take part in this 6-week course in the key of A minor. So all you have to do is hit the subscribe button so that you know every single time I upload. Let me know in the comments below if there's anything that you're struggling with. I'd love to be able to address those. If you have any questions, let me know. But for now, let's continue back on with learning about this awesome key of A minor. All right, so once you've practiced that, and you don't have to go as fast as I just did, but this is to get your hands coordinated, but it is also to understand when we're going to be using this G sharp. We can now do any of the things that we've talked about in the right hand to make this more musical. Now, here are your choices. I'm going to go over these really quickly. If you want to dive a little bit deeper into how to do these right hand patterns, including the chords and the inversions and using passing tones, then I recommend going back to the videos in this course, and I'm going to link them right in the description below. For now, I'm just going to talk about it really quick. So the options that we have are to play all of the notes in the A minor natural scale or the harmonic minor scale, just for, of course, the A minor and the F chord. And we also can do chords over here, we can do intervals over here, and we can do inversions. Include all of those things, then you can make a beautiful song. So let's go ahead and try this out and create music with our chord progression. Let me know in the comments below how it went. Did this feel different, adding a black note in the key of A minor? It does take a little bit of getting used to. Make sure that you show back up on Tuesday because we're going to take this note and transform it even more with a different chord that's going to be gorgeous, and I can't wait to show it to you. If you like playing in the key of A minor, go ahead and check out this video. I think that you're going to really enjoy playing it next. And let me know how I can help you level up your improvisation.